can understand. I know some God bodies or whatever, but
What is a God body?
From what I was told, correct me if I'm wrong again. I learned this from my uncle's coming from jail. 'Cause I used to ask him, "What's the dude's always standing like this in the picture?" But his Muslim name is Wale. So he was like, "Those are God bodies." So I'm like, "What's that?" I was like, "They bodyguards?" He's like, "Nah." He said they teach you. You know what I mean? They teach you the ways of life, of how to stand on your own too as a man. They present knowledge and so forth from the culture, and you spread that. You know.
Okay,
So
yeah, let me stop.
Oh,
Let me stop.
sorry.
So, actually, what comes mental comes physical, meaning we're here. So we guard mind, we're not guard body, right?
Okay.
We're right. So, and what I mean by that, and actually, the root of that comes out of prison.
Right. That's what
Listen. Because what happened was we're in a cipher, right? So we're in a cipher. And the cipher, right, is a circle actually that possesses 360 degrees. It can pertain to person, place, or thing. You'll hear a person say, I'm going through a cipher, yada, 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 yada. The reason I'm saying that, but we're in a circle, and people constantly and largely saw us there. So they always the God body, and that just took off. Right. That's not how we describe ourselves. Right. So, and a lot of times, when, like the God Almighty was telling you, when misnomers are given and not corrected, we think it's the norm.
Right.
And it's not. Actually, going back now to the young God's question, because he asked, you keep saying you 5%. Why you keep saying that? Okay. So earlier in the class, we was going through history, right? I kind of not went there, but Allah, where's the law on the board? Which one?
Middle.
Right. He was in the Nation of Islam. He was in the mosque. He leaves. He taught us. What's the name of our lessons?
120.
Right. But in your lesson, you're going to find the name, also lost and found, Muslim lesson, but not Muslim. Like the God Almighty was saying, or culture, right? So, how historically, right? %. I'll get to them in a minute. Because your question was, who was the 5%? Well, actually, according to our degree, they're the poor righteous teachers don't believe in the teachings of the 10%. Know all wise and know the true living God, and teach the true living God, the Son of Man, speaking to the black man, nation teaches freedom and equality to all the human families of the planet Earth. Otherwise known as civilized people, Muslims or Muslim sons. Now, in this case, 5%, a small portion of people who were empowered, taught by Allah. I use the God's term. It's open. The piece. You got your coat. Get your coat, God. You gotta get it. No, you gotta leave. Just get your coat because thank you, Shot West. And you got your battery, God. So get my good side right here. No, we start left. But anyway, for the sake of the bit, so 5%. Well, the people who were taught by Allah, who leaves the mosque. In fact, 5% was a name also you'll find historically that is because in our lesson, so that means it was in the mosque. So I'll be Elijah Muhammad was using that too. But however, Allah leaves and he's teaching us. He's calling us 5%. In fact, the 5% you'll hear largely from a lot of the older gods, they were youth, whom Allah empowered, right? But the 5% were the gods, and 5% of the earths, or the queens, right? Because they're poor righteous teachers also. We don't believe in teachers of the 10%, right? And when we say 5%, we don't mean that you're less than. It just means it was a small portion of people, right? Poor righteous teachers, right? And poor, not necessarily always economically, but it's the part where you was treated poorly at. Now, history to this also, right? But it was through the truth that was crushed to the earth about your identity, right? Because again, no question. So you missed a lot what I was saying. So the 5% are the gods in the earth, So when I say 5%, right, King, I'm talking about, to keep it simple, a God who's active in the knowledge that was taught to us by our law. And, okay, 5%, this is where I was getting ready to go. It sounds like a small number, right? But when we say 5%, we do mean, at one point, I got you, you next, at that point, the small portion of people who was taught the knowledge of wisdom by our law about who they are. Well, you had your hand up again.
While you're answering my question, I got another question. You're saying gods. I know about God, but you also said earth.
Yes. Okay, so let me put my qualifier.
So I just want to tell you about, you say like how the flag. So you say that the man is the God, and the woman is the earth.
Oh.
So it's a man, woman, child.
So it's like, so the men are the gods, the
woman is the
earths.
Also, you can say the moon as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, this is very important.
Symbolic.
This is very important. Because although in my people I see the divine in them, not all of them are that.
Right.
So I can't really call them that. Not everyone is worthy to be called an earth or a God. No disrespect. You can become that. Not saying that if you're not, you're less than, oh, get away from me. It just means you're not, because if I leave it blank, the woman is, then you're looking every woman. Right. See, in the earth, that's a tremendous responsibility. We're talking about a woman who's reproducing the light and truth of God. Not only am I reproducing his children, but I'm replenishing the truth in the world via him, or me, well, him via him, through me. Right. So we working, like your word, God. Thank you. It's an old correction you gave me. Interdependently, we're working together. Right. Him and her, as you see there, on them, see? Because the 7 is who?
The 7 is
You want to answer this question? Nobody. 7 is who?
The 7 is the I think it's either the man.
Oh no, it is the man, the black man.
Yeah.
Right. So 7 is the black man. So the moon is who again?
The females.
The women.
Yeah.
Right. And then the stars are
the children.
Right. Actually, you're 5%. In the knowledge. Right. The family working in unison to manifest this knowledge. Don't want to go there, but did. But sort of 5%. So did I kind of answer your question? That's important. I asked that question too. Did I answer your question about the 5%?
Yes.
Okay.
You must do your own research, as I did.
If Mecca did this.